Yes, hell yes. Mr. Red Gaze, I'm a big fan. I've been watching all your videos. It's an honor to share tonight with the Gaze community.
Hello and welcome. Well, guess what? That pesky Lucasfilm story group is at it again, rewriting history, and this time they're taking aim at the Star Wars timeline. Now, as any hardcore Star Wars fan knows, and even I'm sure a lot of casual fans, Star Wars time was always measured in reference to the Battle of Yavin. How many years before the Battle of Yavin versus how many years after the Battle of Yavin. That would be the original Star Wars A New Hope. However, now, from Star Wars Direct on Twitter comes this. This timeline shows the newly designated official years of when the live-action Star Wars movies are set. And as you can see, we no longer have BBY for Battle of Yavin, we have BSI. You might notice 66 is a little high for what it used to be there on Episode 1. It used to be 32 years BBY, now it's 66 BSI. And what does BSI stand for, you might ask? Well, before Starkiller Incident. This is obviously yet another attempt at Disney Star Wars trying to usurp it and make it their own. Trying to get rid of any effect that the original trilogy and George Lucas had on this saga, and just saying, no, it's ours now. We're going to thumb our nose at you. Don't care that you've been calling, the timeline before the Battle of Yavin for 40 plus years. No, that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you know. All that matters is what we tell you now. So deal with it. Now, this might not seem like a big deal for many, but for avid Star Wars fans, this is a really big deal. It's it's just a label. It's just what you're calling it. Instead of being before the Battle of Yavin or after the Battle of Yavin, now it's the Starkiller Incident. What's the big deal? Well, what's the big deal that Darth Sidious no longer had a role to play in the birth of Anakin Skywalker? These geniuses on the Lucasfilm story group recently rewrote that history as well, and it begs the question, what's next? What else are they going to erase, and what are they going to put in its place? Now, to me, the BBY timeline was nice and clean. You had a lot that came before and after the 0 mark. Not so much with the BSI, ASI. There's only one ASI now. And that leads me to believe that they're going to be setting a lot of films after The Rise of Skywalker, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I just don't like this. Now, you may recall as recently as the release of Solo, or even before the release of Solo, the Battle of Yavin timeline was being used, BBY, ABY. And that's because people were wondering when these new movies were being set, what time period they would fall in, like between what films or what books these new movies would be coming into. So, for continuity, people wanted to know, where does this lie in the chronology for continuity? And this, Regal Films put this out, or Regal Cinemas rather. Saying where Solo's right here. It falls right here. Don't even worry about it. Right here, before the Battle of Yavin. Because that's what people know. And this just is another one of those things that just leaves a bad taste in your mouth. They're trying to rewrite everything. And it just seems to me that as soon as they do something that people enjoy, that, the old fans actually enjoy and can get down with, even if they don't completely enjoy it, even if they don't like it that much, it's, even if it's just acceptable, like The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of people were satisfied with that. It wasn't the greatest, but a lot of people were satisfied. They go and pull stunts like this. Immediately following that, Palpatine no longer had anything to do with Anakin's birth. And guess what? Now we're going by, so the Starkiller Incident is going to be the major factor in the timeline. So, like most Disney decisions regarding Star Wars lately, we really have no choice but to grin and bear it, and just kind of accept it, because that's the way it is. And they're not gonna change their mind. They don't give a puddle of piss what any of the fans actually think. This is just where they want to go with it, so here we are. So there are rumors that the Knights of the Old Republic era is the next series that Disney's going to put on the chopping block, the next beloved time period in Star Wars. that Lucasfilm is going to molest. So I guess what, they wanted it to be 3,989 years before instead of 3,956. I don't know. I don't know what the thinking is here. If you have any ideas, leave leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of it. I don't know. It just seems completely unnecessary, other than to say, no, our incident is going to be the focus of the timeline now. The Star Killer incident. How do you like that, Yavin? F you, Death Star. Girls rule, boys drool. The Force is female. Yeah, that's, I don't know. So, yeah, like I said, let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you down with this? Are you not? And as always, if you enjoyed this, please leave a thumbs up, and subscribe if you're not already subscribed. Check and make sure you're still subscribed, and spread it around. Join the gays community. Thanks for watching. Peace.